All right. Hello, this is Marie Diaries, and I'm here to do a video. All right, but before I get into this video and this reading, my spirit guides, my angels, my archangels, my ancestors of the highest white light, I ask that you come in and guide me, protect me always. 24/7, 365. I ask that you give me the clearest view of the video and this reading through any of the cards or anything that I decide to use or have in my hands. I ask that you immediately return any and all of the negative energies from people, places, things, including ill will, intent, negative intent, etc. I ask that it immediately, permanently goes back to wherever, whomever, wherever it needs to go, people, places, things, permanently. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Thank you. So, this is the cover picture for this video, all right? This card, which is part of my oracle basket, it didn't go back in my oracle basket from last night. So contemplating if I should do a reading on this video. All right. So I am, because I got 3 yeses to do the video. I wanted to use the magic 8 to see if I should do the reading, and then I got 1 no. All right. So I got 3 yeses, 1 no. Some cards that also came out with me seeing if I should do the reading was take action. It's past life stuff. Use caution. Things are speeding up, and a new path. All right. So those was the cards that came out with me seeing if I should do the reading. Take action. It's past life stuff. Things are speeding up. Or it don't really matter which road, but I mean which way they go. But take action. It's past life stuff. Use caution. Things are speeding up, and a new pathway. All right. So those were the cards that came out with that deck to see if I should do the reading. All right. So I'm gonna use the Major Arcana deck for the overall energy. For, again, in between worlds of good or bad. So I don't know if this was some type of sign or message for me, or this was something else. All right, but we're gonna do a reading. I'm gonna do a reading on it anyway, because there could be something going on in between the worlds of the good or bad, or I don't know, like there could be some type of Five of Wands energy going on. I definitely could get that. All right, if need be, I will turn on the light uh connected to the fan. But let's see. So I'm gonna get 3 cards for the overall energy. I think I'm gonna go with 3. All right. So in between the worlds of good or bad. So what needs to be seen or shown from this deck in regards to this energy? In between the worlds of good and bad, we have the World, which is in Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio. The World. All right. And she's pointing outwards. All right. That is the World card. There's some type of completion of something that has to do with in between the worlds of good and bad. What else? Let's get 2 more for this, for the overall energy. Give me 2 more. All right. We have the Temperance and Sagittarius. Something is being completed now. Something is being completed and also balanced, or there's some type of completion with in regards to a balance. What turned over in the middle of the deck is the Death card. All right, the Death card in Scorpio. All right, and actually, as I was just coming on here to do this reading, I was kind of getting for some reason some type of unsettling feeling. All right, about something, someone. All right, and I don't know where that's coming from. Let's see, one more for the overall energy for this card in between the worlds of good and bad. Give me one more for the World with the Temperance. One more to clarify the energy. One more, please, and thank you. We have the Sun in Leo. All right, so we have the World, which is in, and we have the Empress in Taurus at the back of the deck. We have the Fool Aquarius on the top of the deck. All right, I'm trying to see. Should I put that? I'm gonna put the Fool. No, I'm gonna leave it at the top. Okay, I'm gonna leave the Fool in Aquarius. I'm gonna leave it at the top. But at the back of the deck, we have the Empress in Taurus. All right, so we have the World, the Temperance of Sagittarius, and we have the Sun in Leo that came out. All right, so those was the cards that came out. So something is completing when it comes to, something is ending to bring in a new beginning. All right, I feel like something about this month could be significant, or again, the season of Leo season, which is July 21st through, or excuse me, July 22nd through August 21st. All right, so that's Leo season. As I'm saying that, this was coming out with it. 8 billion people. We have 8.0, we have 8.062 billion people in the world. It may be lesser than that because it seems like and this was stating this from 2023, that we have 8.0.62, we have 8.062 billion people in the world. So that might be a different number now. It may be higher, it may be lower. All right, but something about that could be also significant. All right, there's some type of, I'm getting like, there could be some type of battle going on in between the worlds, or the good or bad, or they could be somebody's expecting this Empress to be in the world of good or bad, or in between the world of good or bad, or something like that. A divine person, or something about a divine person being in between the worlds of good or bad. Or I don't know if this is intentional, or there's some type of battle going on for the divine feminine, masculine. Wow, we have the Empress in Taurus, we have the Strength in Leo, the Death card in Scorpio, the Moon in Pisces, the Lovers in Gemini, with the Emperor in Aries at the back of the deck, with the Star in Aquarius behind that. So we have the Empress in Taurus, the Strength in Leo, the Death card in Scorpio, the Moon in Pisces, the Lovers in Gemini, and then the Emperor in Aries. Something is significant about the divine masculine and the feminine. There is something going on between the worlds of the good and bad in regards to the divine masculine and the feminine. Because in between the Empress and the Emperor is the Strength in Leo, the Death in Scorpio, the Moon in Pisces, and the Lovers in Gemini. And then after the Emperor is the Star in Aquarius. All right, so let's see. I'm going to use this deck, I think, or should I use it as a clarifier? Let's use another deck. The Knight of Swords. Something about in regards to something being quick, or something being done without thinking about it, or somebody rushing to say or do something without thinking about it. Split the deck. Queen of Swords to the Page of Cups. Somebody speaking something, or some clarity. There's some clarity coming in. In between the worlds of good or bad. In between the worlds of good or bad. In between the worlds of good and bad. Clarify the world for this energy. In between the worlds of good or bad. Clarify the world. We have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups. Something about the month of September. Something about 9 months. This been going on for 9 months or something. We got the Four of Pentacles at the back of the deck. The Four of Pentacles to the Chariot. The Seven of Pentacles. Two of Cups at the back of the deck. Clarify the Temperance and Sagittarius for this energy in between the worlds of good and bad. We had the Hierophant in the reverse. There's some type of balance in regards to an organization, a union, or something not being balanced or something like that. Ten of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Page of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. I feel like, okay, Nine of Cups to the Hierophant in the reverse. Some kind of satisfaction is coming to a completion. It's closing out for something to be balanced out in regards to an organization, a union, a contract, something being withheld. Clarify the Sun for in between the worlds of good and bad for this energy. Clarify the Sun. You have the Knight of Wands, because there's been a lot of, I feel like, in and out actions. There's been a lot of in and out actions. Yeah, causing a lot of Three of Swords to this Emperor, right? Causing a lot of heartbreak towards this Empress. Three of Swords, the Empress, King of Cups, Three of Cups, Eight of Swords. All right. I'm starting to feel like I should turn the light on. It's 7:24. All right. It is August the 11th. Hold on. I'm going to turn the light on. So, yeah. There's been in and out, a lot of in and out energy or something with this organization or this contract, this union. It's been a lot of inconsistency. All right. So there's some type of, I keep getting with the in between the worlds of good and bad. There's some type of battle or some type of exchange or like something like some type of spiritual court that's not balanced. All right. That's why I feel like the Hierophant is in reverse to the Temperance and Sagittarius. Clarify the world again for this energy in between the world of good and bad. All right. Wow. Two cards came out. The Strength and the Emperor. The Strength card with the Emperor and the Ace of Wands. Something about this Emperor energy. I'm going to keep it out here. This Emperor energy, Leo Aries energy with the Strength and the Emperor with the Ace of Wands. Something about this Emperor taking action, all right? Or something about one day. Yeah, look, Temperance and Sagittarius, Page of Swords, the Queen of Cups, Eight of Wands to the Leo or the Sun in Leo. Again, I feel like it has something to do in between the worlds of good and bad. Something about the divine masculine and feminine coming together. Something about the divine masculine and feminine coming together. I'm getting something about them being obstructed or there being a lot of delays and obstacles or something. All right, because you do have take action. It's past life stuff. Use caution. Things are speeding up. And then you have a new path. So something definitely is speeding up when it comes to in between the world of good or bads. All right. Clarify the temperance card for this energy. Clarify the temperance. You have the Ten of Swords, and it has to do with a lot of betrayal, a lot of backstabbing, a lot of endings, or there's a lot of endings when it comes to this Hierophant energy in the reverse, because it's not, I'm getting not on solid ground. It's not being, it's not on solid grounds or something else. King of Pentacles coming out. King of Pentacles to the King of Wands. King of Pentacles, King of Wands, Two of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, the Temperance and Sagittarius again. So I don't know if it's like something that this divine feminine has to make a decision about, or like who to travel to, or who's traveling towards her, or who's presenting themselves as the emperor and who's not, or something like that. Maybe that's what that could be. If it's a King of Wands and a King of Pentacles. So it's something about two masculine energies. Maybe one could be presenting themselves as the emperor and they're not, or vice versa, or something like that. Or this is something spiritually that's been going on, and now it's coming to the physical or something. Again, something about 9 months or the month of September, and something about 10 weeks. Whether this is past, present, or future energy, but I feel like this is definitely something about the current energy. Clarify the Sun in Leo. We had the Ace of Wands coming back, showing back up. The Ace of Wands under the Knight of Wands. Then you have the Five of Pentacles. Somebody, Five of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, the Magician. I feel like this Emperor has been being betrayed, backstabbed, or delayed, all right, to take some type of action. Yeah, you have towards this feminine, or vice versa. The Empress have been having endings, betrayals, or being held up to come towards the divine masculine. But I really feel like it's the divine masculine coming towards the divine feminine. All right, now you have the Temperance, Page of Swords, Ace of Swords with the Six of Swords at the back of the deck. All right. There may be some type of gossip, stalking, watching in regards to what the divine masculine is trying to do. All right. And I feel like he may be trying to be, he's definitely being strategic about this. Yeah, there go the Seven of Swords. I just saw that. I just saw Seven of Swords with the Six of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Now it's coming up again. All right, you have the Seven of Swords, the Justice in Libra with the Five of Swords. I feel like he's having to be strategic because there's a lot of confusion going on, or whether this is communication, or there's a lot of confusion going on in regards to truth and clarity, or what's the truth and what's not the truth, or something like that. All right, and maybe this Emperor could be the one. Yeah, with Judgment and Leo coming out, this Emperor could be calling judgment on something. But I also feel like he's calling judgment on whoever's around him, or these, or particular relationships, or someone's trying to call judgment on this divine masculine with the divine feminine, or divine counterparts, or something like that. I don't know how to explain it right now, but that's what I'm getting. You do have the Judgment that came out, Six of Swords at the back of the deck with the World, all right, and the Eight of Swords, all right, and I do also see the Two of Cups sticking out. Clarify the World again for this energy in the world, I mean, in between the worlds of good and bad. Clarify the World. You have the Eight of Cups. So something about 8 months, 8 months to 9 months could be significant. August, September could be significant. We got the Queen of Cups, Three of Pentacles, the Magician, Seven of Wands. So there's something about this Queen of Cups, all right? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I believe the Queen of Cups is it Pisces? But something about them working to do something. They have a position, a title or something. There's something about a Queen of Cups in the mix, or I don't know. Clarify the Temperance. We got the World coming out again. So we had the World out here twice. It did show up twice in the beginning of the video. This Emperor is having to walk away. This Divine Masculine, whatever sign they are, they're having to walk away and complete out cycles, all right? Because of, yeah, they definitely taking a chance at looking at something from a new perspective, or they're definitely choosing to walk away from things or certain people, places, and things because of this is faded, and something about a solid foundation, solid union, or them coming into their divine person at the right time. This could be the time, or something about August and September could be significant, but there's a lot of watching, a lot of gossip going on, and so forth. Yeah, you have the Page of Swords, Page of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, the Sun in Leo. So maybe all of these energies has been trying to come towards the divine feminine, or vice versa. They have been trying to come towards the divine masculine, or there's just something at play in regards to this Page of Swords, Page of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. Like, I feel like it's something, again, about him slowly trying to plan something, because there's a lot of eyes, all right? There's a lot of eyes and everything going on. There's a lot of stuff going on in the mix, all right? Maybe indefinitely, probably in the spiritual world, because it says in between the worlds of good or bad. Then again, you have the Sun in Leo at the back of the deck. Clarify the Sun for this energy. Clarify the Sun. Wait, let me see. Clarify the Sun. Yeah, so there's something about, I feel like there being I don't know how to, the Hierophant. It's like whoever this group is, organization, they're not stable, all right, and it's causing a lot of problems, and it's causing a lot of endings. Yeah, you have the Moon coming out in Pisces. So you literally have the Moon under the Sun. Something about walking away, completing out secret, I don't know why I want to say deals. Walking away, closing out secret deals, or stuff that's being hidden, concealed. Yeah, the Hangman is popping up again, which is in Pisces. The Wheel of Fortune, King of Wands with the Knight of Swords, Six of Wands. I feel like, again, this divine masculine, they have to do whatever they're doing, whatever they're walking away from, they have to do it at night. And they also could be thinking a lot at night, or they have a lot in their head at night. You got the Nine of Swords, Nine of Pentacles to the Eight of Swords. Something about them being single, something about them being by themselves. They're up at night because they're tired of being by themselves, or they're feeling like they should already be with this divine person of theirs. Yeah, something needs, they feel like it's supposed to be some type of ending, or there's supposed to be some type of ending for a beginning. You have the Death card with the Four of Wands, King of Cups, the High Priestess, Justice, and Libra, because this Emperor could be this, definitely could be this King of Cups, but I feel like they feel like they're fighting against other people, or maybe this could be just them going through some type of spiritual battle, or spiritual awakening, or I'm getting the Dark Night of the Soul. They're going through some type of dark night of the soul. That could be what this is. Them going through some type of dark night of the soul, and something with them, or just in general, has to do with this in between the worlds of good and bad. Clarify the World. You have the Ace of Pentacles coming out in the reverse, the Hermit, and I also see the Six of Pentacles, and I see the Death card sticking out. I'm not going to take that one because clarify the world again for this energy in between the worlds of good and bad. Clarify the world. You have the Three of Swords. I don't know what that notification was. I feel like this Emperor could be walking away from things that no longer serves him. All right. Yeah, that's not giving him. He's walking away from things that no longer serve him. All right. That's not giving him this solid foundation. Four of Wands to the Sun card. Clarify the Temperance. Clarify the Temperance. The Chariot. The Chariot and Cancer. I feel like there's a lot of new cycles coming in. After these endings, there's a lot of new beginnings coming in. What's that? King of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. A lot of new beginnings that's having these divine masculines. I don't want to say needing, but maybe needing and wanting to be grounded, wanting to be in that King of Pentacles energy. Yeah, they go to Temperance, Judgment, and Leo. Four of Wands. The Sun card. Something about 4 days could be significant, or what is it? Solid unions. I don't know. With that Four of Wands, something about going through like a portal or something. Evolution. Clarify the Sun for in between the worlds of good and bad. That came out fast. You have the Hermit. I feel like after a lot of heartbreak, these divine masculine, could be even these divine feminines, they could be going through a lot of spiritual upgrades, or the Hermit, going within, introspection. Yeah, after a lot of, something about the last 3 weeks. The last 3 weeks and something about August and September could be significant. Clarify the world again for this energy in between the worlds of good or bad. The Devil in the reverse. Yeah, after coming out of this hurt and betrayal, these toxic attachments, I feel like bondage and stuff, there's traveling in these well, I feel like these divine masculine and feminines, they're already in like this, or been working towards being in this divine energy, because it's something about it needing to be balanced. I feel like that's why the Hierophant is in reverse. Something is changing. Something, I'm getting something is renewing, or renewing, or renewal. Either one, I guess. No, renewing or renewal. You have the Devil in the reverse. Somebody, this Emperor could have been coming out of these addictions, attachments since 3 weeks ago. Yeah, you have the Tower in regards to who they're working with, something like that. Yeah, taking a risk and leap of faith. Something definitely could have changed for this divine masculine 3 weeks ago in regards to people who they've been connected to for the last 3 years. Yeah, the Tower, the Three of Pentacles, the Fool with the Six of Pentacles. People that he's been attached to for the last 3 to 6 years. All right, the Nine of Swords I just saw. So this also, like, as of the last 3 weeks, this has been having them in their head, having sleepless night, making their judgment being clouded. All right, because they know that they don't have some type. Yeah, they're going to Nine of Swords again. They don't have some type of spiritual awakening or something about the dark night of the soul. All right, Six of Pentacles. But you have the Hangman, the Nine of Swords with the Fool and Aquarius. Clarify the Temperance for this energy. Clarify the Temperance. So it's like this divine masculine had to take action. This is something that they probably could have had to go through in a past life. But they have to use caution because something is speeding up, or just in general, the physical and the spiritual things are speeding up. And something about, them going on a new pathway. You got the Queen of Cups coming out. They want to come out of these attachments to go towards a person that they have love for, unconditional love for, the person they have unconditional love for. Yeah, the Libra wants to come out, or the Justice in Libra wants to come out. Two of Swords to the Two of Cups, I see. I also see the Three of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles from the bottom. But somebody don't want, somebody been not wanting the divine masculine to take their offer, or to they not somebody not people around them not wanting them to. Now the Ace of Pentacles wants to come out in the upright. Page of Pentacles, not wanting this divine masculine to go towards their person. Yeah, because like by causing some type of illusions, or because they know that person has a lot of options or something like that. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. Clarify the Sun. In between the worlds of good or bad. Clarify the Sun. You have the Five of Swords. Yeah, there's been a lot of conflict, confusion. All right. He could have been having a lot of conflict, confusion about wanting to stay in this Knight of Wands energy. Yeah, it's Seven of Wands to the Sun, but I feel like he's been in his ground, fighting this whatever I'm getting urge off. All right, I feel like that's why the Devil came out in reverse, because you literally under the Sun, you have the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Moon, the Hermit in Virgo, and the Five of Swords. Like he could have been having somebody, a Cancer sign, come towards him, but that may or may not be his person, or like they just want to go towards the person that they have a lot of feelings and emotions for, or a lot of love for, a lot of, like I said, a lot of unconditional love for. Maybe like they've been dealing with a lot of, well, not, I won't say a lot, but the people they've been dealing with is just not, they're not the one that they have the unconditional love for. Whatever their I want to say circumstances is, whatever their background is, that they don't have unconditional love for them, or they have love for them but not unconditional love. I don't know. Let's see. Page of Pentacles. So there's something about some news. Page of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Six of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. It's funny how the numbers keep like piggybacking each other, but there's something about news, or there's news about it's being a lot of talk about this or something. Page of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Six of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Empress, the Magician, Gemini, Virgo, the High Priestess, Five of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Swords. And this could have them having this sleepless nights. This could have them because somebody's trying to deter them or stop them, or I don't know, or because they feel like the divine feminine can go towards somebody else, or because they're not working on coming out of this, coming out of those toxic addictions, attachments, obsessions. Clarify the world for this energy. In between the worlds of good and bad. You had the High Honor, all right? That wanted to come out in reverse with the High Priestess at the back of the deck. I also see Courthouse. I see Hidden Enemy. I see Self-Love, and I see Transition. I see the King of Wands. All right, we're going to try that again. Clarify the world. Excuse me. Clarify the world. In between the worlds of good and bad. Clarify the world. Clarify the world. For this energy out here, clarify the world. We have conflict, all right? So that's wanting to come out. Yeah, I definitely feel like this Emperor is getting a lot of satisfaction with closing out conflicts. Closing out conflicts, which was these attachments, all right? And there could be a lot of people around this person that's worried, concerned about him or her, divine masculine or feminine, having this Six of Wands, having this victory. All right, I also see occupation, boss, Yeah, now I'm seeing the Six of Wands from the bottom. The Most High, unexpected money, nice guy. Clarify the Temperance for this energy. Clarify the Temperance in between the worlds of good or bad. Clarify the Temperance. Ooh. We got moving on. Came out sideways, but I'm going to take it in the upright. So something about they expected, or they expected him to move on, or they expected divine feminine move on. We also have pathway that came out with child in the reverse, which is giving me like a new beginning. All right. And yeah, and he has like 11 on his shirt. All right. So something about pathway with new, like somebody didn't want somebody, or either he or somebody didn't expect him to, or they didn't want the divine masculine or feminine. So something about with the pathway and a new beginning. You also had boss with the 5 of Cups. So there also could be something about the boss, which is this emperor. They wanted him to be in regret, because the boss is like the emperor card. They wanted this emperor to be in regret, crying over spilled milk, about taking some type of action, with the 5 of Cups being in Scorpio and Mars, which Mars talks about raw energy and determination. And Scorpio talks about transformation and secretive. So they wanted this emperor to be in regret about, I'm getting a relationship or taking a risk and leap of faith, or in regards to their pathway. Like something about, also I see 888 could be significant. I'm seeing that. Something about 35. Somebody could be 35. Somebody could have, what's they call it, the pathway number 8. Somebody's pathway, life pathway, if that's what it called. It could be number 8. I don't know. Yeah, now the 3 of Pentacles comes out and I see it in the reverse. But let's see. Clarify the sun in between the worlds of good and bad. Something about a Queen of Pentacles. Clarify the sun in between the worlds of good and bad. Clarify the sun. We have Thief. I'm going to just take it. Thief turning over with Flying Monkey. So somebody definitely wanted to be like stealing somebody's joy, because they are a flying monkey in regards to this masculine or this connection, this divine connection. Somebody wanted to steal, and I want to say, what is that? Kill, steal, kill, destroy. I'm getting, yeah, we got occupation flowing out, because this is what their job was. All right, to kill, steal, destroy someone's, or the divinity in general. Behind that, you got message. I see evil eye. I see legal issues, and I see travel. Clarify the world for this energy. In between the worlds of good and bad. Clarify the world. You have intuition. I feel like either the divine masculine or feminine had an intuition about this. Maybe they could have even had some type of dream or something. I'm getting like them having a dream, like something about a dream. All right, because I did have a dream this morning. I don't know if it was last night. I feel like it was more this morning before I actually really got up. Yeah, and maybe this has to do with something with the past. All right, 6 of Cups, nice guy, the Fool. All right, and then behind that is Courthouse. All right, so this definitely could be something. Have to that when when I was talking about the dream, that could be something about the past, but also spiritual or something like that. Yeah, something about moving on, and maybe the dream was talking about that too. Something about moving on, something coming in. Yeah, look, the twin flame. Somebody wanting somebody to move on from their twin flame. Twin flame, rich guy, which is the Queen of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, and then I also see the 9 of Swords sticking out in the middle of the deck. 9 of Swords, top of the deck, you got 6 of Pentacles. Clarify the temperance in regards to this energy in between the world of good or bad. Queen of Pentacles is turning over again. So there could be something about a mother or a father figure wanting this divine masculine or feminine to move on, or they could have been paying this person to move on. Yeah. Something about a ritual and false information. Somebody doing a ritual for in regards to something like with false or something like that with Six of Cups at the back of the deck. Somebody doing a ritual in regards to some type of divine relationship because they don't want somebody to come together, or because of who the person is, or whether the person is male or female. Somebody doing the ritual because they don't want these particular two people to come together or something like that. I don't know if this could be past people. I don't know. But I don't feel like everybody wants to go back to past people. Not everybody. You have the Six of Cups, and then I also see the Star C card. What else? Divine Masculine, Manifestation, Divinity, Work, Labor, Efforts, Transition. We have the King of Wands at the top of the deck. So somebody definitely, there could be a mother figure. I'm getting like a baby mom, baby daddy, or just somebody that is in this Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles energy, paying for something to end. Yeah. Because Pluto is in destroy to create and transformation. Scorpio is transformation, secretive. So this Queen of Pentacles energy was being very secretive in regards to destroying something, or one, because you got double transformation with the Scorpio and the Pluto. That's double transformation energy. We had the veil turning over. All right, veil, actual money. Because I feel like it's like if these two, this divine masculine feminine, come together, there will be actual money to gain. All right, the Emperor literally wanted to come out in reverse. So they wanted this Emperor to be or appear in the reverse and be in the Five of Pentacles. Or if this Emperor was presenting himself in the reverse and they did not go through some type of spiritual awakening or dark night of the soul, then they would still lose out anyway. I see the Emperor, and then you also have the divine masculine sticking out again. I see the veil again. I see actual money money again, and I also see the Hangman at the top of the deck. Clarify the Sun in between the worlds of good and bad. Clarify the Sun. You have the Seven of Swords that just turned over. So somebody who is this thief that kills, still kill, destroy. They wanted to. They did this very sneaky, or they did some type of sneaky something at night, all right? Or just something they knew they did at night. Seven of Swords is in Aquarius and Moon energy. Aquarius talks about communication, intelligence. Moon talks about intuition and sensitivity. So this Queen of Pentacles, they could be very sensitive in regards to what they were saying, or just being very careful about what they were saying. Yeah, because it was in regards to a relationship. They was being a hater in regards to a relationship. All right. Something about an Ice King, which is the King of Swords, could also be significant. There was a King of Swords that was opposition. There was an op to this, whatever this is, or whoever the real divine relationship was supposed to be with, or whatever. I see Ice King. I see commitment. I see opposition. I see karmic connection. I see illness, ailment, health concern, or health scare. I also see love spell and the Chariot, because they knew that whoever this Queen of Pentacles is, whatever they are, mother, sister, aunt, cousin, whatever their title is, they were a hater to whatever this relationship, or they've been a hater. All right, that's why they was doing something very sneaky, and they felt like they was very strong, like they had a lot of strength with whatever they was doing at night, or just using their intuition to do, or because they wanted to destroy this divine relationship. I mean, it don't matter what sign the masculine or the feminine is, like whatever sign resonate for whatever sign this goes or pertains to. But I feel like that's why this masculine, this divine masculine, this emperor has been deciding to take action, because this could have been something that went on in a past life, but they know that they had to use caution, and things are speeding up. Things could be speeding up spiritually and physically, or in the 3D. So stuff could be speeding up spiritually and in the 3D. And there's something about this masculine, whatever sign they is, taking a new path, because again, you have the King of Cups coming out here, the Queen of Cups already came out. They know that this divine feminine, or the divine feminine or the divine masculine, know that they are each other's divine person. And these people have, they could be people that, them two could be people that have not even communicated with each other, talked to each other. They don't have to be people that have talked to each other, I feel like. But it's something about them knowing that they are each other's divine person. And this person could have been going through some type of dark night of the soul, if they not are already spiritual, because this could be somebody, an emperor, that's like more religious than spiritual, but they don't have some type of spiritual awakening, or again, something about the dark night of the soul. Let's get one more roll from this deck. Whoa, yeah, the Eight of Cups flying out again. The Eight of Cups fell out with a message. So this emperor could have been getting some type of message about a false person. You have Eight of Cups message with false person. They got a message about something. A message about a false person. Or somebody was trying to send them a message about somebody to be false. Yeah, look, the Eight of Pentacles. Something is stuck on the table. We got legal issues. Because of legal issues, or something to do with legal issues. I don't know. Clarify the world for this energy. In between the worlds of good and bad. Clarify the world. We got karmic connection with distant future. So somebody could have been telling this emperor energy that, oh, you're going to be in a karmic connection with this divine person, whatever sign it is, or vice versa, emperor to emperor to empress, or empress to emperor. I don't know. Yeah, because look, karmic. So this could have been a karmic saying that, or they could have been saying that this or somebody expected him to get in a karmic connection, because that's what I'm getting now with karmic connection and distant future. They was wanting to get this person, this emperor, whether, or this could be the female, they was wanting this person to get into a karmic connection in the future. Yeah, something about a group of 5. They wanted this emperor to get in a karmic connection. Yeah, with commitment just coming out here off to the side. Oh, that's not commitment. It's starseed. Because this is something about a starseed. They didn't want him to get together with a starseed, or he could be the starseed. We got starseed, chakras, awakening, and obsessed. Or somebody couldn't have been obsessed with his awakening, or vice versa, or the empress's awakening, or something like that. But you have starseed, chakras, awakening, and then you also have obsessed, the karmic feminine. So there could be something about another karmic feminine that is obsessed with me having like a itch on my leg. There could be a karmic feminine that is obsessed with this other feminine's coming together with this person, or something like that. Whatever sign these people are, because again, we got 8 billion people in the world. So yeah, clarify the temperance. You have rich guy, all right, which is the King of Pentacles. So now I'm also getting like another thing, like if it's not a Queen of Pentacles trying to do anything, somebody didn't. Okay, but somebody could have been doing something, because look what's coming up. You got black magic and entity attachment. And you also have the death card that was coming up from the top of the deck. And behind that is confusion, illusion. And I see star. So somebody had a wish to do black magic. Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Dang. You got black magic, entity attachment, and D magic. So somebody could have been doing all of this because, again, when I said something a while ago, like this emperor coming together with this divine feminine, or the empress coming together with the divine masculine, something about a solid union foundation. All right, with them, they could be this queen and king of pentacles, queen and king of pentacles. I feel like they actually, the empress and emperor could come out as everything, both of them. Now you have her coming out like the empress could come out as the queen of swords, queen of pentacles, queen of wands, queen of cups, and that could be the same for the emperor, him coming out as the king of swords, king of wands, king of pentacles, king of cups. But somebody don't want them because they know, like, if these, whoever these two people is, or however many two people that's supposed to come together, if they come together, they're going to be able to have their plan to make a good living for themselves. And I don't feel like it got to be like where they just got to be making all these millions of dollars, but that is possible. Yeah, with child at the back of the deck, 18, and again, he has number 11 on his shirt. You have achievement behind that. Somebody wanted this to be in the past. Somebody wanted it to be confusion about this, or whoever the people was around the divine masculine, the emperor, they wanted him to be in confusion about it in regards to something pertaining to the past. Clarify the sun and Leo. In between the worlds of good and bad. Clarify the sun and Leo. Yeah, they wanted him to abandon it. They wanted him to abandon this person, all right? Over jealousy and envy. Again, this emperor could be any sign. The empress could be any sign. They don't have to be just one sign. Yeah, they wanted this person to be in the Three of Swords energy or have emotional pain. You got emotional pain, the devil, with that, and then you also have the Justice in Libra with legal. Like, it's like people trying to tell people who they supposed to be with. Like, if that person can't figure it out for themselves, then why is it okay for other people to try to tell people who they should be with? Like, if the person can't figure it out for themselves, then I don't know. I feel like the person should be able to figure that out for themselves. Yeah, look, that's what the Most High is saying. The Most High is saying that the people, you know, people should be able to figure that out for themselves. They should be, if they're in their, if their chakras is in alignment, if they're in the upright, they should be able to figure out these things from themselves. It's like somebody allowing their parent to control their adult relationship. Like, I feel like a parent, male or female, they should only be stepping in so far, or they should know when and when not to step in, you know? You got the moon, divine partner, sweetheart. Yeah, because they want it to be a lot of confusion and illusion about this divine partner, all right? Whether this is the empress or the emperor. They want it, or they have a lot of hidden, you know, feelings and so forth about the divine feminine or masculine. Yeah, I seen karmas, but there could be karma surrounding that. So if it's like a male, a parent, male or father, mother, they should know when and when not to step in their child's, or their child-in-law, or their daughter, brother, daughter, son-in-law's relationship. Like, now if you see something like a real red flag, you know, or if you see the empress or the emperor being in this Knight of Wands energy, yeah, look, then you should, you know, step up, you know. But don't, I don't know, it's like you should know when and when not to try to be directing, or I feel like controlling somebody's what they need to be in control of, like, you know, as far as what they need to be dealing with and so forth. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. When and when not to hold back. Yeah, enamored comes out. Voodoo. Somebody was enamored with doing some type of voodoo. Enamored, voodoo. Knight of Pentacles, house, single sex. Wow, single, sexy, successful, the lovers, divine feminine, Nine of Cups. I also see abuse. I see the Ace of Swords, and I see healer, and you have Earth Angel at the top of the deck. Wow. And I wasn't even like necessarily trying to do this reading, but I mean the card got stuck where I lay at. When I got up, I like was fixing the cover, you know, putting the cover back, and then I noticed the card. So yeah, there's something changing, or there's something changing. All right, with the Tower coming out. Yeah, all this lustful energy, lust. All right, from false people. All right, male or female that wants the Earth Angel, Five of Cups, to be in regret with these false relationships, these karmic false people, this or false karmic people or karmic false people, whatever how you want to say it. Because I feel like the Emperor and the Empress, they are true and deadly, excuse me, yeah, working on themselves. Been getting themselves in alignment, you know, however long they have been not with the opposite sex, or you know, whatever they prefer. But I feel like the Emperor and the Empress, they definitely have been getting themselves in alignment. Like they know what they've been doing. Nobody else has to know what they've been doing, or give them the validation. They know what they have been working on, what they've been doing, what they've been going through, what they've been experiencing. Yeah, what has been changing, what has been changing, and how, you know, these hidden enemies have been trying to choose to block stuff for them in whatever way, shape or form that is. And I feel like these divine masculine and feminines, they're not surprised to this. We got change, blocked, enemy, and Two of Wands. Yeah, the enemy is being blocked, or that's also what's going on in the between the worlds of good and bad. Yeah, they're not going to be able to walk away from this. The Eight of Cups fell out in the reverse. These hidden enemies, male or female. Clarify the world. You have the Queen of Swords. Yeah, Queen of Swords. I feel like the Queen of Swords is, you know, you stepping in, or you making it known clear that this is your person, or vice versa. The masculine is doing that. Or I'm getting something about the Queen of Swords being also this could be an ancestor, a spirit guide, this Queen of Swords energy. Clarify the Temperance. Okay, the veil just went out in reverse. We also have the Ten of Swords. Why is the veil in reverse with the Ten of Swords? So if the Queen of Swords is not an ancestor or spirit guide or whatever, this could be somebody that's trying to, I want to say, come in between, or like they're trying to do something like giving me like scissors type energy. I don't know why. It could be something that they're communicating. I don't know. But I was really feeling like that was a spirit guide or ancestor. But let's see. Clarify this Queen of Swords with the world. Clarify the Queen of Swords with the world for this energy out here. In between the worlds of good and bad. Clarify the Queen of Swords. Clarify the Queen of Swords. We have gift, all right? So, yeah, I kind of feel like this is somebody with a gift, but I feel like this could be somebody that is an ancestor or a spirit guide. Like, they are communicating something. They're trying to help, I feel like. Yeah, for you to come out of something. We got emotional pain, legal, and the Magician. Something about somebody between the ages of 30 and 32. Or something about 35 could also be significant, because 32 breaks down to 5 and 30 breaks down to 3. or something about 35 or 53. Somebody could be 53. Yeah, that's unbothered, or I don't know. Rising star. There's clarify the temperance for this energy. In between the worlds of good or bad. Clarify the temperance. Now the card is false person, all right? In reverse. Yeah, it's like your divine match, or whoever's going through their spiritual awakening, the dark night of the soul, they're not a false person. They're not a false person. They won't be a false person. Yeah, they won't cause you heartbreak, hurt and heartbreak with the Three of Swords at the back of the deck. Yeah, they won't cause heartbreak, hurt. They won't be an enemy. They won't be mentally and emotionally unstable. All right, because there could have been somebody that something about voodoo and Ten of Swords that was trying to cause permanent endings or cause endings and betrayal. Yeah, Ten of Swords towards this pathway to this new beginning. I see child. I see the Three of Pentacles. I see the Ten of Cups, because it's like you're supposed to have a Ten of Cups with this person, but there could have been somebody wanting it to be an ending, but I feel like there is some type of ending for a new beginning. Clarify the Sun. And it could all be something changing and in this season. Clarify the Sun. Yeah, King of Wands just came out. Yeah, it's like this Emperor, whoever they are, them taking some type of raw determination, taking some action to come forth or something like that. Make some type of action, make some type of, you know, letting someone know what it is, letting someone know what they want, I guess. King of Wands, whatever sign they is. King of Wands is in Aries, and the Sun energy. Aries talks about passion driven. Sun talks about creative impulse and generosity. I feel like a King of Wands, whatever sign it is, again, they could be somebody that they're divine masculine. That's what it's showing in the middle of the deck. Whatever sign it is. So this divine masculine is putting in some type of work, all right, to take some type of action, let it be known, all right. Maybe they could be, yeah, but they're keeping something to the, something that's not to the visible eye or something like that, because they know it's a lot of evil eye. I just saw third party situations, Five of Wands, or there's a lot of karmic masculine, there's a lot of third party energy trying to cause chaos, conflict, and so forth. Maybe even towards the Emperor or the Empress, or both. Let's see. What else? Let's use this deck. Or, yeah, let's see both of these. Let's see. Let's use this one first. In between the worlds. What is that? Oh, this card. Other cards got stuck in here. What's these? Dang. All of these got stuck in here. You got, it says 11. Aquarius, collaborate. You got 9, Sagittarius, expand. So something about 119 could be significant. We got 30, Pallas Athena with think. And then you have 12, Pisces, sensitive. So this could be somebody that's very very giving, very you fill their cup, they fill your cup type thing with that Aquarius, collaborate, expand, all right. They want to expand, or they take an action to expand, to something about go further or something, I don't know, but they do have some type of King of Swords energy with that Pallas of think, Pallas Athena would think, and then we have Pisces sensitized. Ugh. I feel like with the state of the world, this person is not desensitized. They still are sensitized. Like, they like to show that they have love and affection for you by gifting you flowers and something or whatever like that. And something also about the koi fish could be significant because I think I'm seeing the koi fish on that card. I see two of them. Or they're goldfish. Either they're goldfish or koi fish. And something about bouquets because that's like a bouquet right there. What do we need to see from this deck in between the worlds of good and bad? What do we need to see from this deck? Ooh. We got 10. Crystal Kingdom. Slowing down. Materialism. Psychic debris. Alright? Yeah. So I feel like this person with the Pisces sensitized, whatever sign they is, they definitely be somebody. They have a lot of intuition too. I'm going to take 17. Inner Oracle. Excuse me. It says inner oracle, you are the channel, deja vu, self self-fulfilling prophecy. All right, you literally have the justice scale in Libra that's on this card. So something about 1-8 or 18 or 117. Yeah, we got number 12, divine creation, acceptance, personal commitments, euphoria. All right. I hope these is showing up, but I don't know how well they showing up. And then you also have one, angelic realms, a team effort, charity, validation, patience. Again, that's number one, angelic realms. Something about wolves and white horses could be significant. And something about is this Archangel Michael or Gabriel? I don't know, but it's angelic realms number one, a team effort, charity, validation, and patience. I'm getting at this time. Something is a team effort, and again, this could be stemming from the spiritual realm or the spiritual world. Yeah, that's what I'm getting with those. Something about 119 and 312 could be significant. Also 33. I keep seeing 11 or 111. In between the worlds of good and bad for this energy out here. We have the 10th house coming out. Spiritually, your destiny. Mentally, where you're going. Physically, your career. All right, and that's literally, it says the 10th house. Give me two more. One more for in between worlds, good and bad for this energy out here. Ooh. So this could be definitely, like I said, in regards to the divine masculine or feminine or emperor, empress. You got spiritually your faith, mentally hidden tendencies, physically large institutions or overwhelming events. All right, that's the 12th house. So you have the 10th and 12th house out here. You have, wow. In Leo falls off to the side. It says spiritually leadership, mentally the creativeness of, physically do what you want to end. Wow. And I'm going to get one more. One more. The 8th house is at the back of the deck. But let's see. Can we get one more for in between the worlds of good and bad so I can close out this reading? We have the 1st house. Didn't I just come out with the other deck? Or the card was number 1. It says in the 1st house, spiritually, immediately, mentally, the way you project yourself, physically do it on your own. Or, excuse me, physically do it on your own. Yeah, that's what I say. Do it on your own. Okay, so that's in the 1st house. So you have the 10th, the 12th, and the first house out here. Uranus is at the back of the deck. It says spiritually stir up the situation by using, mentally be open to new ideas about, physically invent a way to. Uranus talks about change. It also talks about what else? Drastic change and eccentric. Yep. Uranus, Pluto is behind that. Virgo, Cancer, the 11th house. Spiritually, for humanity's sake. Mentally, your hopes and wishes. Physically, do it for the future. And then you have Neptune. Spiritually, inspire others with. Mentally, be prepared to sacrifice for. Physically, yielding is the only way. What is to be shared in the ninth house? Spiritually, spiritual values. All right. Whoa. Okay, so I liked it. That wasn't too bad. Yeah. Nobody wants to watch that, but they supposed to be spiritual. They supposed to be on your vibration, but they don't want to watch. But they listen and watch for everything else. But let's see. 110 on the recording. Can we get 3 cards to close this out from this deck? I was going to use Archangel Michael, but I mean, I was going to use the Archangel deck, but I'm not. I'm going to just use this deck, I guess, to close it out. We got 39, uncertainty. Choose who you will become. 39, uncertainty. Choose who you will become. Choose who you will become. You have 45, such a curious dream. Grounding, returning to reality, coming home. All right. I was saying something about the dream. About a dream earlier. Give me one more. In between the worlds of good and bad. 2 more. 32, belong to your own dream. 32, belong to your own dream. Create your own life. All right, that's 32. Belong to your own dream. Create your own life. And the last one that's flipped over is 17, growing up, growing up, growing up. Wanting to grow in experience, rejection of perpetual youth. All right, that's 17, growing up, wanting to grow in experience, rejection of perpetual youth. 42 at the back of the deck, mortality. Life is brief, bright, beautiful, and yours to live. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and close out this reading. I'm going to leave the title. I'm going to leave the cover picture. All right. So I will see you later, and I'll see you in the next video.